Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1318 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for January 27th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1318. I'm gonna start with the word frost. Alright, got the S yellow and T green, so I've placed T as the last letter, and S is another letter which goes somewhere else in this word. So it could start with an S, which is quite possible. It could end with a double consonant as well. NT, for example. I'm gonna try slant and see what happens. Okay, it's not slant, but I did predict it correctly that it starts with S and it ends in NT. Scent, SCENT. Let's try that. It's not. Hmm. Um. Oh, stunt. A repeated T. Let's try it. Oh gosh. I did not expect that to me so many possibilities. S something, UNT. Shunt? Is that a word? Well, shunt is today's Wordle answer, alright? I'm not really familiar with this word, so it did not really come to my mind. Um, yeah. Even though I predicted the S something something NT pattern on my second try, there was so many possibilities that I could only guess it in 5 tries. So yeah. Um, didn't get too lucky today, but at the same time, I'll take it, because it could have gone worse, but it didn't. And it turned out alright, so at least it's not a fail or anything like that. Got today's Wordle answer shunt in 5 tries. This is Wordle number 1318. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is January 27th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. Alright, I see that these ones point up and this cell sees another one. These ones point right. These twos point up, and I think that's it for twos. What about threes? This 3 points up to force the digit 3 into column 1 in block 4. So these 3s point up, where this cell sees another 3. These 3s point right, and this cell also sees the 3. Okay, this 5 points down to force the digit 5 into column 1 in block 4. So these 5s point down, and this cell sees another 5. So in block 7, the digit 5 is forced into this cell. You might have noticed the 3-5 pair in block 4. As you can see, 3 and 5 are missing from block 4, but both of these two digits can only go into these two cells. So in order to fit both 3 and 5 into block 4, I have to make these two cells reserved for 3 and 5. So this 3-5 pair eliminates all other digits from these two cells. So this 3-5 pair means that the other 3 open cells in block 4 form a 4-5, sorry, not a 5, 4-8-9 triple. This cell sees 4 and 9. So this cell must be an 8, making the other cells 4 and 9, but actually this cell also sees 9. So I can place 9 and 4 this way. So yeah, 3-5 pair meant that the other 3 cells contain 4, 8, and 9. But these given 4s and 9s resolved how the 3 digits are placed. So yeah. Alright, and then in block 7, the missing digits are 4, 7, and 8. This cell sees 4 and 8. So 4 and 8 go into the other 2 open cells, making this cell a 7. In column 3, 2 and 6 are the missing digits. This cell sees a 6. So I can complete this column by placing 2 and 6 this way. Okay, after I place this 6, these 6's point right to force the digit 6 into this cell in block 3. These 7's point down, where this cell sees another 7. I also see that in row 1, 7 is a missing digit. This cell sees 7, and these 3 cells also see the 7. But 7 still has to go somewhere in row 1 because it's still missing. So in row 1, the digit 7 is forced into this cell, because this is the only cell available for 7 in this row. All other open cells see another 7, so it can only go here. Alright, leaving a 3, 4, 8 triple in the column. This cell sees 8, so it's 3 or 4. Okay, similarly, in row 1, 8 is a missing digit. These 3 cells see this 8. And after I place the 7, the only cell available for 8 in row 1 is this cell. So I have to make this an 8. Because all other open cells in this row see another 8. So in row 1, 8 is forced into this cell. Because it can only go here in the row. Okay, this 8 points down, making this 4 and 8. 3, 4 pair means that the other two cells form a 1, 9 pair, but this cell sees 1. So I can place 1 and 9 this way. This 8 points right, to force the digit 8 into row 2 in block 3. I can mark down these 3 cells. Okay, they are just the missing digits of row 1, which include 1, 4, and 9. This cell sees 1 and 4, so 1 and 4 go into the other open cells in row 1, making the cell a 9, because it can't be 1 and 4. This 1, 4 pair means that the other 3 open cells in block 2 contain 2, 3, and 5. They do form a 2, 3, 5 triple. Oh wait, I do see something quite interesting. I actually did not mean to see it, but I just came across it. Alright, in row 7, the missing digits are 1, 4, 6, and 9. This cell sees 6 and 9. So this cell can only contain either 1 or 4. We can double check it by spotting that this cell sees 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So it can indeed only contain either 1 or 4. And now look at column 5. There are 2 open cells which only contain 2 certain digits. In this case, these 2 cells can only contain 1 or 4. And you gotta keep in mind that in Sudoku, we cannot leave cells empty. We cannot have empty cells, so in order to avoid empty cells, I have to keep both 1 and 4 in these 2 cells. Because if I don't, and I put 1 and 4 elsewhere, then at least one of these 2 cells would end up being empty, and that'll break the Sudoku puzzle. So in order to avoid empty cells, I must keep both 1 and 4 in these 2 cells. So this 1, 4 pair eliminates 1s and 4s from all other open cells in this column. So this 1, 4 pair means that the other 4 open cells in column 5 contain 2, 3, 5, and 8. 2, 3, 5, 8. I'm not sure I can do anything with that immediately, but that's good to know, right? Because now these 2 cells cannot contain 1 and 4. Alright, let's look at column 4. The missing digits of column 4 are 2, 5, and 6. This cell sees 5 and 6. So 5 and 6 go into the other 2 open cells in the column, making this cell a 2, because it can't be 5 or 6. Oh wait, hold up. I mentioned that this 1, 4 pair made the other 4 open cells in column 5 contain 2, 3, 5, and 8. These 2 cells, C, 2, and 3. So where do these 2 digits go in the column? Well, the 2 and 3 certainly can't go in the 1, 4 pair, and cannot go into these two cells because they see both 2 and 3. So only these two cells are available for both 2 and 3 in column 5. So these three cells, these two cells form a 2-3 pair because I have to make these two cells reserved for 2 and 3 in order to fit both 2 and 3 in this column. So we've got the 1-4 pair, the 2-3 pair, meaning that down here in these two cells form a 5-8 pair because they are the other missing digits of column 5 apart from 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 5-8 pair being here eliminates 5 from this cell because it sees 5 from the 5-8 pair. Or actually, this cell, well, I can resolve it because this cell sees a 5. So 5 and 8 go like this, which makes this 6 and this a 5. These 6s points right. Okay, this cell now sees a 5, so I can place 3 and 5 this way. These 5s points right, and this cell sees another 5. This cell now sees a 3, so for the 2-3 pair, I can resolve it by placing 2 and 3 this way. And this 3 actually helps complete the triple, like this. This cell now sees a 3, so I can place 4 and 3 this way to complete the column. In row 2, the missing digits are 5 and 8, but this cell sees a 5. So I can place 8 and 5 this way to complete the row. And for row 3, the missing digits are 4, 7, and 9. This cell sees a 9, so it's 4, 7, 4, 7, 9. In block 5, the missing digits are 3, 6, and 8. This cell sees a 6, so it's 3, 8. This cell sees 3, so it's 6, 8. This cell sees 8, so it's 3, 6. In row 6, the missing digits are 1, 3, and 6. This cell sees a 6, so it's 1 or 3. These 2's point right, and this cell sees another 2, and this cell sees 2. So 2 in block 6 goes into one of these two cells. Oh, okay, so I was just looking at row 8. I was thinking about the missing digits, and this cell um is the key spot. So this cell, it sees 1, 2, 3, does not see 4. It sees 5, 6, 8, and 9. So it also does not see 7. Again, it sees 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, and 9. So this cell can only contain either 4 or 7. Now look at now look at column 8. In this column, there are two open cells which only contain two certain digits. And in this case, these two cells only contain 4 or 7. So to avoid empty cells, I have to keep both 4 and 7 in these two cells. Because the only combinations to avoid empty cells, which is to avoid the breaking of the Sudoku puzzle, the only combinations are 4, 7 or 7, 4. I have to keep both 4 and 7 in these two cells in order to avoid empty cells. So this 4, 7 pair eliminates 4s and 7s from all other open cells in this column. So this 4, 7 pair means that the other 4 open cells in this column contain 2, 5, 6, and 8. 2, 5, 6, and 8 go into these 4 cells. Oh, even without the 4, 7 pair, I can place 5 in this cell in block 6. Okay, followed by the 2, which goes into this cell. And then 2 is eliminated from the cell. Okay, so all of these 2's force the digit 2 into this cell in block 9. So this 4, 7 pair makes these two cells contain 6 and 8. Or you can say a 6-8 pair. But this cell sees an 8. 6 and 8 because they are the other missing digits of column 8, apart from 4 and 7. So these two cells contain 6 and 8, but this cell sees 8, so I can place 6 and 8 this way. Okay, this cell now sees 8, so I can complete block 5 by placing 6, 3, and 8 like this. This cell is a 3 to complete the row, which makes this 1 and 6 to complete row 6. These two cells contain 4 and 7, because they are the missing digits of row 5. Okay, all of these 3's force the digit 3 into this cell in block 9. This cell is 4, 7, or 9 for the column, but it sees 4 and 9. So this cell must be a 7, because it sees 4, 9. This 7 makes this 4, 7. 9, 4, and 7, which makes this 4. These 7's force the digit 7 into this cell in block 8, which makes this a 9 to complete the row, leaving behind a 1-8 pair in column 7. This is also 1 or 8 for the row, but sees 8. So I can place 1, 8, 1, 4, 1, 4, and the Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times hard Sudoku in just around 13.5 minutes, so I would say it's mostly straightforward. I'll go over some key spots as a So I think towards the beginning, the 3-5 pair in block 4 definitely helped. The 3-5 pair in block 4 helped place the 4, 8, and 9 in the same block, so after that, the majority of the leftmost 3 columns were basically completed, and the placement of 7 and 8 in row 1 also helped a lot, because it gave us the 1, 4, the 1, 4, and 9, but after placing the 9, the 1, 4 pair, and the 2, 3, 5 triple in block 2. And later on, soon after that, I found the 1, 4 pair in column 5, the 1, 4 pair in column 5, and I think after I placed the 2 in block 8 for column 4, with the help of the 1, 4 pair in column 5, I also got the 2, 3 pair in the same column, and the 5 and 8 down here. So yeah, 1, 4 pair, and then 2, 3 pair in column 5, and I placed some of the digits down here. And what else? I feel like there were some other pairs of triples that were quite key. I think the 4, 7 pair in column 8 definitely helped. Yeah, it helped with placing the 6 and 8 in column 8. So yeah, the 4, 7 pair in column 8 towards the end. So I feel like these were the key spots. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you. Hopefully this video helped. And that's it. I hope I've gone over all the key spots, but yeah, feel free to ask if you've got anything. Today is January 27th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1318 and New York Times hard Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!